Am I saying like a lot? Probably.
It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't even notice.
Well, the channel name's Likely Lost, so
Okay.
it's okay. You can say like all you want.
Okay.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Dustin from Likely Lost. Today we are with Heather.
Hey.
Heather and me are just finishing up our jobs for the summer, and we wanted to do an interview with her and give you an idea of what it's like to be a seasonal worker. So Heather, for everybody at home that doesn't know who you are you? How long have you been doing seasonal work? Where are you from? Tell us about yourself a little bit.
I am from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Went to school in Flagstaff, Arizona, Northern Arizona University, studied hospitality, and this is my second summer doing seasonal. I did a winter season as well, so I'm still kind of new to it, but you know, we've learned a lot in the past year.
Well, that's cool. So what made you want to do seasonal work?
I've always loved traveling a lot, getting to meet people from everywhere, and I've always liked the outdoors a lot as well, growing up, you know, skiing or camping, just spending time outside. So this was really appealing to get to spend more time in a place to really get to know it.
I guess this is important. Like when you decided to like travel around and like, you know, you came all the way to Glacier, how did you find that job?
So like I said, I went to school for hospitality, and we had guest speakers come in all the time, people from like Marriott or Hilton, and I don't know, it sounded like a cool gig. You know, they're like, you can really do this 12-step program thing and work your way up and be the GM of Scottsdale Marriott, and I don't know, it just didn't really like jive with me as much. We had a guest speaker come in from Pursuit with Glacier, and I just sounded so much more like up my alley, just being around people who are like-minded, maybe want to spend time outside, explore, a little bit more relaxed, maybe not so like formal. Yeah.
That's really cool. I didn't know Pursuit sent people out like that, so that's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
I got a ton of backpacks and stuff. The table.
That's one of the perks, right?
Yeah.
Getting free things. So Heather, what was your last job? Like what did you just finish doing? Like what is ending for you right now?
So this summer I was a dishwasher at one of our restaurants here at Glacier at the Bellin. Can I be like super specific, I guess?
Care. I mean, they're not going to find you here anymore. You're
Yeah,
leaving.
okay.
So
Yeah, no, I was washing dishes we have like a dinner only kind of upscale restaurant. It's kind of like rustic fine dining. What did I like about it? So last summer here at the Bellin, I was working front desk, and it's, you know, a lot of one-on-one guest interaction, which is great, but also it's kind of emotionally draining at times. And I helped out because you can kind of, with jobs like this, float around and dip your toes into lots of different departments because everyone needs help everywhere all the time because people come and go, things happen. So last summer I was helping out in the kitchen doing dishes every once in a while, and I really enjoyed it. I liked working with a team and that high energy, fast-paced environment. Mm-hmm. And you know, you get to kind of like do your own thing, you're not interacting with guests as much, but you're still a part of a team. You get to listen to your own music down there.
yeah, that seems like one of the best perks, like working in the restaurant. Like y'all are always like jamming out, having a great time. And that really nice environment down there. Everybody's happy. Yeah,
totally.
And last year it was interesting. Like the front desk is a little bit more of a loner position at this property. Yeah, remember, like you kind of work 8-hour shifts alone, and that's going to vary from property to property, right?
Totally. Yeah. So like at Glacier here, they have anything from Grouse, which is like over 100 rooms, to, you know, Belton, which we have 25 and 2 cabins. So other properties you'll have like 3 people on at a time at front desk working together. But yeah, over here it was just, you know, you on, which is chill, but maybe for someone who's a little like antsy, it's a little too chill.
Yeah, overwhelming. There's 16 people trying to talk to you at the same time. It's rough.
Yeah. Or like when there's no one there because everyone's out hiking during the day, you're kind of just chilling, like sitting there. Which, I mean, you can...
good for introverts, but not good for the extroverts.
Yeah.
So what was the bad part about it again? What did you say you didn't like about your job?
Oh, dishwashing?
Yeah. What do you not like, Heather? What was bad about your job?
I would say something about dishwashing that that I got more out of like front desk, because I liked hearing about people's travels, you know, and I feel like I was really well informed on the happenings of the park all the time. And down in the dish pit, I kind of was unaware of
what's really going on.
Yeah, like the outside world. And it is fun to hear and like actually get to hear about guests' experiences and if they're enjoying their time here. So it's all about the balance, you know? Like, I don't know.
No, I definitely get it. Like, I think that's why I like housekeeping a lot. Like, as much as I talk junk about being a housekeeper all the time, like, you get to talk to people, you get to hear about the bears outside, you get to hear their experiences, you get to recommend hikes, and you have your repetition, which burns up your day. So I have a pretty good balance, whereas like a dishwasher, y'all are kind of in front of a sink.
Yeah, sometimes I forget that I am working at a restaurant. It's just like, plate. Like, clean it. Plate. And then it goes through, and then it goes, someone takes it, and then I'm like, okay.
There's another plate.
Yeah, it's like... So yeah, it is, I would say I'm both kind of like introvert and extrovert, because I do like talking with guests and telling them about my experiences, but also it can be like mentally draining, like day after day. I don't know. Is this good?
It's good. You're good, Heather. It's good. Don't worry. Good. What are some things about this job, or maybe some other jobs that you would do that enticed you? Kind of like, I know me and Alora think about, like, when we think about Colorado, like free ski passes as being one of the advantages. Like, what entices you? Like, what would drag you to a property, like, to work for a season? Big ones here was like free. Like, we came because we got a free place to stay in the camper.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like y'all didn't have to pay for rent this year, right?
Right. Yeah. So a lot of seasonal jobs, maybe not a lot, but like a good amount. Pursuit, I think, definitely tries to have employee housing, and they changed it so now that it's free, which is awesome.
That is really awesome. Last year, like, only the higher level people got free places. You had to pay for it.
Yeah. And a lot of places.
It was cheap, I think, too. It was like, wasn't it? What was it last year? $150 or something a month.
So there's with the other properties, like out in East Side or like St. Mary, you're really out in the middle of nowhere. You can't really go grocery shopping. So they have employee dining rooms where they make, I think, 2 meals a day. It's kind of like a lunch and dinner kind of thing. And I think out there it's like $10 a day approximately, because you're getting these meals. But out here where you have a kind of communal kitchen where you can go grocery shopping, it was cheaper last year. It was like $4.50 a day.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that just comes straight out of your paycheck.
So you don't even really, I mean, like, it's gone, but you don't have to fork it over or anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of...
They kind of just do all the, like, tiny details for you. But, I mean, we didn't even have to worry about that at all this year, which is great.
So how is it living in a communal kind of housing situation?
I think that it's a lot of fun, but I could totally see how this is not for everyone. You have to be really okay with sharing and not having, I guess, your own personal space all the time. And for me, like, I like hanging out with people. It's cool. You kind of get like automatic friends. Like, it's nice. You just get to like hang out with people who are similar age. But yeah, like, you are with them all the time, and everything is kind of, you have to take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Maybe it's not going to be like your little comfort zone that you're maybe used to.
There's no comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, some people left this year, right? Like, we had 2 people like actually leave where y'all were at and move, just because the lifestyle is so different between people. Some people just aren't going to melt right in. So I guess that leads into, like, you got to be respectful to other people too. It's
a balance for sure. It's a lot of like compromise. You have to give up a lot of like things that you're normally comfortable with, but also be respectful. I don't even know how to explain.
Somebody might use your soap. Like, they might use your soap. They might not even use a rag. They might just use the soap.
Yeah. But I feel like I have a lot to say about housing. Like, I feel like
you can let it loose. If you got something to say, if you got stuff you want to say that you're not worried about other people hearing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like such like a medium with it, because like, I don't know, like, I kind of have to just let go of like, oh, like someone didn't do their dishes. Like, I think you just have to take one for the team sometimes and just be one family. Like, sometimes you're gonna do someone else's dishes, and you can either like hold it against them or just
get over it,
keep going. And I don't know, like, if you have an issue with how something's going, like, I feel like sometimes you kind of just be an adult, like talk about
chores.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this. You were the hero a couple times. Like there was a couple times y'all were in danger of losing frying pans and stuff, and like you washed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess like should I kind of explain like our housing here? Like I know you guys. So certain people have like their own trailers and things, and they have spaces where you can kind of hook up your trailer like for the whole season, right?
Yeah, definitely we have full hookups and everything. It's a really nice situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you lived in like dorm style.
Yeah. So here I'm depending on like kind of like your position. Like I know higher ups are more likely to get like their own room or like some like here at the Belton we have we live above the restaurant. So for most of us we live in like dorm style housing. There's bunk beds in the room. Like I lived in a room with 2 other girls. I think at a time there was about 16 of us, and we share a toilet and 2 showers.
You get one toilet, right?
Yeah. But like so our like one of our like higher ups, I guess, or the front desk lead, she had her own kind of like apartment at the top, like up like above us. So she had like her own kind of like kitchenette in her room. So there's a lot of different housing styles, but if you're gonna go into it, like I think you have to kind of know what you're signing up for, like, or like don't sign up to live in staff housing if you know like it's gonna be too much or like out of your comfort zone. If you like are very particular maybe about the way you like things, or
because it's not going to be the way you like it. It's going to be the way
you have to have compromise. Like it's like, oh, I brought this really nice frying pan and like someone burnt dumplings on it or something. Like that comes with it. You kind of have to just, if that's not, I don't know.
No, it's okay, Heather. I'm sorry that happened to you.
No, I did that to someone.
Oh, did you?
How did you navigate that with roommates? Like, did you guys have like a chart? Like on Tuesdays you're gonna clean the bathroom, and then next Tuesday I'll clean the bathroom. Or it was just like
Last year it was a little bit more like organized, where it was like like 2 people a day would take the trash out or like wipe down the sinks and stuff. But this year was kind of
It was a free for all.
a free for all, but also I think the housekeepers, when there was a bigger team, would come in and maybe like take the trash out, which is cool because you guys were like getting paid to do that, right? Like last year, or I don't know.
Me and Heather have a disagreement about what's supposed to be happening here. There's a big disagreement right here, but that's okay. We're friends still.
No, okay. I don't think housekeeping should be doing it, but I was like, at least like they're on the clock, I guess. Like, and it's not like it'd be shitty if they had to do it. And I don't. Okay, wait. What am I trying to?
I don't recognize myself here.
Okay, no, I don't think that housekeeping should have been cleaning up our employee areas, but yeah, this year was just kind of like being an adult about it, and like I think that was challenging for a lot of people. Sometimes, you just have to take one for the team. Like communal living's all about compromise and kind of giving up your little bubble. You have to kind of just dig into that discomfort.
Cool. Anything else you want out real quick? This is your dump right here. Let it out. Whatever you need. You good?
Personally, I really like it. I like having friends, and I like watching movies together and making family dinners in our communal kitchen. Like, oh, like I made a ton of margaritas. Like, let's drink them. Like, I feel like with living in communal areas, everyone's really giving, or like, I don't know.
Seems like y'all get along. Yeah, I see a lot
everyone
of like
kind of like shares, it seems like, because it's so communal. Like you kind of build a little mini family kind of thing where it's like, oh, I brought like this board game, do you guys all want to play it? Or like I made like a ton of brownies, like let's go eat them.
It's funny. I like that. It's funny. Your experience when you stepped out into doing seasonal work away from that first job you talked about, like when you actually left home, like what's something that blindsided you or popped up that you didn't anticipate being an issue?
I guess something that kind of blindsided me, or like maybe something I didn't initially. Am I like too far away? Okay.
Just trying to run off the side of the bench over there.
I guess I maybe didn't expect like signing up for it. You're like, this is gonna be awesome. Like I'm gonna hike every day. Yes, and like it's all those things. It's great. You guys are making brownies and margaritas. It's really fun. But something I didn't expect is like seasonal work is extreme highs and extreme lows. It's I feel like not very in between. Like there's gonna be those days where you're like, yes, I have these friends and we're hiking and it's so fun and oh my gosh, I love it out here. It's beautiful. And then you have a day where you're like, whoa, I have no personal space and I just, what am I doing? Is this even real life? Like, I want to just like be a normal person and go to a movie theater and watch a movie, but I can't because we live an hour away from society.
You're kind of out here like away from everything.
Yeah, like I guess I kind of like didn't think about all those kind of negatives when I first signed up. Like, you kind of don't, because I mean, obviously they're not going to like advertise that. Like,
you're far away from Walmart.
Yeah.
Your groceries going to cost a lot.
Yeah.
They don't advertise that part.
Yeah.
And it's kind of jarring. I don't know where, I don't really know Albuquerque, but I imagine it's closer to
it's a city.
More stuff going on, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of jarring coming out here and then like everything's kind of like so spread out, right?
Yeah. And just, yeah, with like communal living, like, yeah, there's some of those days where you just don't want to talk to anyone, you know, and you just kind of want to like, yeah, put your headphones on and just like chill and just like do your alone time. But even just like going to the bathroom, like you will always see someone and someone will be like, "What up? How's it going?" And you're like, "Good." But sometimes you just don't have the energy, and like I guess I just didn't anticipate like, yeah, it's just extremes.
That's cool.
So what are the extreme highs?
Extreme highs, definitely just, well, especially at a property that's kind of smaller like this, like just like I feel like community like is so great. Like, you have all these people who are kind of like-minded that want to explore just like you do, and so you have these friends that are setting up hiking trips. Like, okay, like who wants to come? Like, I'm leaving tomorrow. Who wants to join? And you're just like, I do, and yeah.
Jump on it. Always having to match people's energy would be kind of the draining part, is what you're saying, right? Like somebody's always
yeah. Like there's like, we have people who work at the restaurant and at the hotel. So yeah, there'll be people who work 7:30, 8 a.m. shifts, or even like 6 a.m. And we have people who are just coming back from the bars at 6 a.m. or whatever sometimes. So it's like, there's always someone who's down to rage and someone who isn't, which is totally normal. So like, people are going to be getting off their shift at 10 p.m. and blasting music like, let's go, like hype, and like, yeah, it's
all about personal space. So how did your family react to the news of you pursuing a seasonal worker lifestyle, like leaving home and all that?
I think they were super excited for me. I think that a lot of people, like family or guests that you meet, can be like, maybe, I don't know if envious is the word, but like I think it's smart and cool to take this opportunity when you're young to, yeah, dive in and do something like seasonal work, because when you're older and have all these commitments, like, you can't just spend 5 months in like a beautiful place because you have responsibility. Like, this is real life out here. Like, it is. Like, I'm a person, but like, it's a little bit, you're kind of not,
I think I get what you're saying. Like, it's real life, but it's like it's not the mundane, stressful part of life. It's like you're actually living it out here.
Mm-hmm. Have you had any kind of like existential thing where you're like, I want to do this long term? I know you've done it for a few seasons, but like, how long do you think you would do it for?
I don't think this is like a sustainable lifestyle for me forever, but definitely right now I'm really enjoying this kind of pick up and go thing. I like enjoy mixing it up. Like, if I'm in one place for too long, I feel like I kind of start losing my energy maybe, or just kind of
not as excited.
Yeah, like, because there is like a beginning, middle, and end to seasonal work, like, I feel like you are more enthusiastic about your job and you want to do a good job. Like, if I was a dishwasher just at a regular place in a town for like a year, I would be so sick of it by the end. But
oh yeah,
because there's like that end date, you're like, I can do this, like, let's do it, and you're all like doing it together. I don't know.
It does feel like a really big team effort. Like, everybody's like struggling to the end. Yeah. Like, the last day, it's like we're almost there, everybody. Yeah. You know? Versus like back home, you just quit and everybody's like, good for you.
Bye. Yeah.
Being away from your family for so long, do you feel like it's affected you negatively, positively? Do you think you grew or devolved? How do you feel about being away from your family for so long?
Definitely have like grown as a person. Like, doing seasonal work this past last summer and then into this year, I've grown so much. Like, I feel like the most growth happens when you are out of your comfort zone, and this is so out of like my comfort zone. I don't know. If you're just, if I was just back home, like, I would just get stuck in my old ways and like probably not be pushing myself. Like, here you have to push yourself. When you're doing something like so bizarre, like, yeah, like leaving your home. Like Montana is like so far away, like from like Albuquerque, like it's like 20 hours away. It's scary, but yeah, I feel like when you do this, you really have to, this is hard to explain. I feel like just with seasonal work or travel in general, like you're always gonna face like, oh shoot, like I lost my phone or something, and like those like hard moments are where you grow and like learn a lot. And I feel like there's just every day is like a big learning moment out here. It's like either with work specifically or with like people, like how you interact and like your emotional intelligence with others. And I feel like there's a lot of hard moments, and that's where you learn the most. I love my family, but like if I was with them every single day, you know, you kind of start getting on each other's nerves. So when you're like out here for a long period of time and then you get to see them finally, it's like really, I feel like I've had really great interactions with my family since doing seasonal work, because it's fun to catch up with them and then like for them to hear about all your adventures. And it's just like, if I was there every day, like we would just start grinding our gears or whatever.
You feel like it helps you appreciate it more, right? Yeah, stick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, you know, like I'll be going back home soon, and it's fun. I'll get to show my family like, oh, look at this cool like mountain thing. I like was on the top of this mountain. They're like, how, you? What? Like, did you drive up there? Like, and I was like, no, I hiked up that. It's fun to have a lot of content, I guess, to share.
That's my favorite thing, posting it up, look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. What are you doing?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, with that too, it's like, that's all real. It's like, like, this is great. But yeah, I mean, don't believe everything online, like, right?
No, it's not all, except some of it sucked.
Yeah.
But some of it's awesome.
Like, I made it to this mountain, but I ran out of water, but like.
Almost died.
I post that part, and it's like, got sun poisoning.
Do you believe, like, in your heart of hearts, more people should experience, or do you think it's really just like you really need to think about it on your own for a while?
I think that anyone who does seasonal work could get something positive out of it, but I don't think it's for everyone. Like, this is not. I think that on paper, like, it could seem really fun and exciting, but
it could be traumatizing.
I think that I think there's something for everyone. Like, if you want to be like the GM of Scottsdale, like, that's great. Like, I don't think people need to do something like this and sign up for like staff housing if they know it's gonna like be really terrible experience for them. Like, I don't know. If you're willing, I think, to do something like this, you have to be willing and open. Like, you have to just.
Those are wise words, Heather.
Yeah.
Very wise information.
Because you meet people from, like, on some sort of level, we're all kind of like-minded in some sense. Like, we want to be outdoors, but like, there's people from everywhere with different upbringings, so you have to be really open-minded and just like compassionate with the others you meet.
That's beautiful.
That was beautiful. It's like okay, I think we answered this one too. You said it's not sustainable, but how much longer do you see yourself doing it at this moment? And are there any particular goals you have before your journey ends? Like, do you have, like, I think about the Stanley Hotel. I don't know if I want to work there, but it'd be cool to work there.
Ooh,
Yeah, it'd be interesting. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely. There's a lot more that I want to see and explore. Like, I want to do Alaska really bad next summer. I mean, when else in my life am I gonna get to live in Alaska, you know?
Anytime you want now.
Right.
Go whenever you want. That's the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's just so many different types of, I guess, seasonal gigs. Like, there's like working abroad and tropical, like you could like work seasonally in like Hawaii or something. Like, yeah, like I kind of want to dip my toes into like, because I've done like, like mountain, like summer, and then skiing, winter, like snow, but I would love to do like work in like Costa Rica or something. That'd be cool. So yeah, no, I definitely would like to do this for at least another like 5 years probably, but I don't think I could do it forever, because at the end of the day, like, I do like, I'm a stuff person. I like my stuff. I like my books, and I want to like have a little like music area.
You got to stay light in this lifestyle. Like,
yeah.
You moving from dorm to dorm, or living in a small camper. You got to stay light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing about like living communally though, like I will say it does push me to like maybe be more social. Like I feel like if I maybe did have my own like room or yeah, there's so many pros and cons with it. Like I definitely like am pushed to be more outgoing, which I think I've grown a lot like as a social person.
You're probably the most outgoing person I think we know here. Like you've gone out of your way to talk to everybody. You're pretty much nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of an inspiration to us
Thank
to
you.
like talk to people.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, and like it wasn't when I was in school. Like I was not like that at all. Like I was like kind of scared of people, honestly.
Oh, we're still there. We know. We don't like people.
Yeah.
We're 30 and we're scared.
Yeah.
Good job. You overcame your
Or
problems.
I'm still overcoming it, but like yeah, social anxiety is real, and like definitely last summer was like kind of a slap in the face. Like okay, like you have to get over it, like in a way, or like. And it was cool because I'm with people who want to like also do that too. It's cool. Okay, something nice about seasonal, like we're all in it together. Like we all know it's shitty at times, you know? Or like at the beginning when everyone first gets there, like no one really knows each other. Everyone's in the same boat, which kind of is nice. Like it's awkward and weird at the beginning, but it's nice because we all can like empathize with it, and like the loneliness of being away from your family, like we all are kind of feeling that too. It's like it's nice because like you'll feel lonely but you're not alone, you know.
Kind of gives you something in common with everybody else.
Yeah,
everybody's like away from home. Might be the first time. There's an awful lot of first times, it feels like, here at the Belton at least. Like a lot of first time jobs. Like not the
First time season.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last summer was a lot of like I feel like pretty experienced seasonal workers. Yeah, this summer for sure. Like a lot of people first time living out of the house, even like yeah, people maybe like who hadn't like lived in dorm style, you know, which is cool. But it's like definitely, yeah, it's a slap in the face a little bit at first. Like, why is there like a hot dog in the shower, you know?
Has that happened?
Not the upstairs showers, I don't think.
just the downstairs ones.
Maybe
Just
like
the other ones.
there's the downstairs shower where like I had a friend. I guess like do I just whatever? But like
I wouldn't say
one
their
time,
name.
I had a friend. You know, they were feeling good. They were having a couple beers, made an oven pizza as you do, and he was like, "I'm gonna eat this in the shower," which is like great, you know, do your thing. But and then like I like to use that shower, so I was gonna shower after him, and he was like, "Watch out, there might be a pepperoni, haha." And I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And I went down there, and it was like full like pizza, just like in the drain, like shoved in. It was probably one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Personal space, y'all.
Yeah, like I had
it.
to like pick the pizza like out of the drain and like the meat chunks.
Heather's a true hero. So that's all you need to know about her.
Yeah.
She'll do things nobody else will. She is a true hero.
And I did shower. I could put the meat chunks out and then I
Proud
still
of you.
do thing. Yeah.
I think that you've talked about, there's a lot of really good advice you've given, Heather. Other than like being empathetic to people and like picking the meat chunks out the drain, like what do you think is one piece of advice that you would give to somebody that's just about to step in? Like what is one thing you would say clean and clear that would apply to everybody? You've given so much advice, it's kind of hard to add something new.
Yeah, I feel like I've already kind of said this, but just like really like give in to the discomfort, like lean into it, like know that it's gonna be a little bit terrifying at first, but like once you lean in, like I feel like you get a lot more out of it.
That was really good advice. That was
Keep making,
really
like,
good.
weird little faces at the end of like what I'm saying, and then it's like
That's good. Don't worry about it.
whatever, you know. It's just like you just gotta be you. Like
Finally, what place stands out as a destination you'd want everyone to see? Like, what is something you think everybody needs to see that you've seen?
this is like I don't know. Sometimes that's a hard one, maybe.
Pick one. You can
Maybe
be
I
wrong.
feel a little bit selfish sometimes that I'm like, no, I don't think people should come here because like I don't want to get like trashed. That's awful. But it's like everyone deserves to see beauty. I am from the Southwest. Like I'm a desert kid. Like I love the desert. Yeah, if I were to like ever like actually settle down, I think I would have to go like in the Southwest somewhere like in Arizona or New Mexico. Yeah, I think. I mean, and this is like just like maybe basic, but like the desert. Like you gotta see the Grand Canyon, you know?
Okay.
It's
This is the Grand Canyon, right?
yeah, like there's something really like otherworldly and just kind of like surreal about looking into like a emptiness space of just like no human life. I don't know.
Tries to suck you in. Makes
Yeah.
you want to jump.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It does. Don't you remember that? It was like, oh, it's so big.
Yeah, it does make you want to like just like
Avoid.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, is that basic? Just like,
No, that's perfect. That's what you think people need to look at. This is your video, Heather. You can say anything. You could have said, look at the moon. They'd have been okay. This is good.
oh.
Heather, thank you.
Okay, wait, no.
Oh, is it
Okay.
good?
I think that, okay, if you do seasonal work, you just gotta jump in the water, like, figuratively and literally. Okay, sorry, no, that was lame. But no, if you're doing seasonal work, like, just go in the water, like, or, like, the physical water. Like, I hate, or, like, it's just better to go in it. Like, sometimes people are gonna be like, it's cold. Like, just go in the water. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's good. That's perfect.
Jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't swim.
Oh, have you jumped off the bridge?
No, I wanted to, but Dustin
Can't swim.
and
She wants me to jump anyway.
You can't go. Well, have you been in the lake?
Yeah, we went in the lake.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not like I won't touch the water.
Yeah, go in the water even though it's cold.
Even though you
You
can't
guys
swim,
went in
get in the water.
Iceberg Lake, right?
we went. Well,
That was
I
Cobalt.
went into Cobalt. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was fun.
yeah,
Did you see that?
yeah. I love that.
Floating on the iceberg was like
Yeah.
the best thing ever.
I don't know. I like the water elements. Okay, wait. I know this isn't a question. Maybe, I don't know if this is like relevant really, but something that I think is really important for seasonal work is to bring a costume bin. There is a lot of themed activities. And I feel like that's a pretty like across the board thing at a lot of places, like it's based off what I've heard. Like it's good to have like a fun hat. And like I don't know, I have a costume bin and like I know it's like you have to prioritize like the necessities of what you bring, but like that is for sure a necessity. Like I have to have the feather boa.
Your green wig.
Yeah, green.
That was a cool
so
wig.
much use out of my green wig. It's like insane. I guess that's something I didn't expect. I didn't expect there to be so much partying. Maybe I know. Maybe like not everyone does it. Like you like.
That's a good nugget
Yeah.
of advice. Like having that green wig. Nobody would have brought their wig without
No,
you.
yeah, like when I watched, because I also watched some videos before I did seasonal work, like what to bring, and I was like, hey, like I gotta bring my like good backpack or whatever. But it's like, no, for real, like bring like a fun element, like some like bring one costume.
That's good. No, that's good advice.
Yeah.
I like that one. Okay, this is it. Heather, thank you for doing this video with us. It really is. You really are inspirational to me and Laura. Like you've stepped us out of our little zones.
Like,
Like
I literally want to be Heather. She's so freaking cool.
Thanks.
Her
I'm
posts
sorry
are
that I
funny.
thought that you took my bag.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like,
Yeah. I felt so
no,
bad.
dude.
No,
it's
yeah. Oh god, I felt so. I think I called Kieran and I was like, oh my god, I'm so evil.
is that what y'all talked about on the way
Yeah,
over
I
here?
was like, was she like talking shit about me last summer?
No, I wasn't, but I was just no, and I was like, that's like one of the things where it's like, okay, like that's hers now, like communal, you know, like you be like giving. Like I was like,
For anybody that doesn't know, which none of you know, battery's about to die. Me and Heather have the same tote bag, and she thought that I stole hers when I was.
or like
carrying
maybe
it
just
around all
ended
summer.
up with it somehow, like, but like, and like it's
That's so
okay. Like
funny.
I was like, you know, like she can have the bag, and then I got home and yeah, found mine and was like,
That's so
evil.
funny. Yeah, Dustin told me last week.
Shoot. I did not ever have like malice toward you or anything.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
No,
But thank you, Heather. Thank you so much. And we're going to end this before the battery dies. High five. Thanks for doing this. And we wish you very, very merry seasons ahead of you.
thanks. You too.
Goodbye.